How cool is this, guys?
So we just watched a Raymond Reddington
Hot stuff.
snip. And Raymond Reddington had a bow tie on in one of them. And I said to 20, you need to get a bow tie. And he said, I got one. I didn't realise you'd found it. Look at you in your black sunnies.
All right. We got problems.
We got problems.
Yep.
Hello, Adelia.
Wonder if I can share it that way. Let's see.
We'll see.
No, we don't want guest requests. All right.
Where's the show button?
Well, it's long gone, babe.
Long gone.
So
just get everyone else to share the show.
All right. So, you guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun. I wonder what the plus button does. Go live. No, I don't want to do that. All right. So, if y'all, Grant Monk, and if y'all people that love us could share the show, because
that would be ace.
It didn't get shared, and there's going to be people that get let down. So, if somebody could share to that. Anything but Neville Group, otherwise known as Neville Goddard Teachings, and also our Law of Attraction.
You don't want it allowed, is it?
But I can't share it.
Oh, I thought you meant if you can share it to anyone but...
No, share it there, definitely.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because I'm the only person who're talking Neville, me and a couple of our people.
I know.
Right. So, if you could share the show to a couple groups, I'd really appreciate that.
That'd be ace.
So, thank you, guys. Welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun. Look at me.
You guys look so...
I am snazzy. That's right, everyone. Look at all these triple D people, MM people. Laurel gets it. That's right. Cool. Today I am Raymond Reddington. Right? Somebody has to be. Now you could be Katrina or Katarina. Now that could be interesting, man.
Because I thought Katarina was red.
You're not allowed to say that.
I mean, that's your philosophy.
I still say red. Yeah, Katarina is red. But, all right.
He's still waiting to prove it.
Yeah, they keep dragging it out, right? And I've been right for like 4 seasons now. I guarantee it. Because as Sizzle knows, 20 is always. So, Victoria.
Yeah, it's always right.
That's right. So, shall we do it?
We shall. So, welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun.
That's right.
Your manifesting questions answered live.
That's right.
If let me.
All right.
Go to freeneville.com.
Pseudo-random goodness.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Why not?
Yes. Half a donut.
That's right. You all know.
Unless
somebody type it in. Donut.
Ate it all.
Right.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right, everyone said. So, Victoria, shall we dive in? Because we've got a lot of questions for today's show.
Yes, we shall.
Some of them are very good. Some of them
aren't.
Are very, very good.
That's right.
That's right. Some of them aren't good. Some are very, very good.
Not good.
All
right.
So...
Cool. So the first question
is
from Usha in Manifesting Mastery. What's the difference between a state...
That's Uma.
Oh, sorry, not Usha. Uma in Manifesting Mastery. What's the difference between a state and a filter?
By the way, this is a conversation we had going on back and forth. So I've condensed it down and she condensed it down and we're going to have some fun here.
Cool. So what is a filter? It is any way of speaking or acting specifically to gain or maintain the approval or acceptance of others.
Ooh.
A filter may seem to protect ourselves from others, only it gets in the way of manifesting our desires. It's not a true state of consciousness. A state is about you. Thank you, TT and V.
Here's what I notice when people have to filter things, right? So filters work 2 ways. Filtering out, right? So
I like how you kept asking her to pare it down.
Yeah,
because it's all to do with filtering.
Yeah, totally.
Do you get what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, really cool.
Yep. So and it has to come from a state, right? Chunking it down. So as we explore that and just notice some things, it's like if I have to filter what I say and filter what I hear, it's an act of war.
Yes.
Because I have to be at war with what I want to express.
No, that doesn't agree.
And
that's not an alliance.
Be protective and all that good stuff. Versus what's a state? Happy, loving husband.
Yes.
Right. So if I have to filter what she says and filter what I say and and filtering just leads to things that are fun, like boundaries. Right?
Boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries. Things that you bound over, right? So I find boundaries
bound over.
Bound over. So, you could also play bound up, but that's another game. But anyway, Sizzle would like that. Nice. All right. So, notice how it weaves in with the rest of the show. Victoria, let us continue.
That's it?
It's going to get into the rest of the show. She's going to have to stick around.
All right, Uma.
All right.
Thank you for your question.
Okay, boom.
The next question is from Rob in Manifesting Mastery.
Good morning, Rob.
Help with back pain. Hi, TTMV. I've missed a few updates, but are back on track. I've dropped a little behind, just finished lesson 63, but I'm understanding more and more the real nature of reality. It's very exciting.
Cool. 63 lessons in. That's 63 days, 15 to 25 minutes a day, half a donut a day. So that's like, what, 32 half donuts and more than a couple minutes a day, right?
31 and a quarter donuts.
Yeah. Somebody do some maths for me. Right, I'm not good at maths.
I'm admittedly struggling a bit with back pain, which is almost constant. I'm looking within and applying the methods as my desire is to not have it. Any assistance or advice would be welcome. Thank you for all your lessons and advice so far. Looking forward to it all.
I love double negatives, right? I don't want to have something that's negative, right?
Yeah.
So and we had some fun with this, and I told him I'm going to run with this here for you too, and for others, because it's sort of like doing the whole thing of like, I've got this thing called chicken noodle soup, and I'm imagining not having chicken noodle soup.
Oh, you want beef or something?
So I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to throw it out, put it in the compost. You're going to eat it. I mean, it's just weird, right?
Yes.
So on the other hand, so I just asked, look, what would a typical day be different if you didn't have the back pain? What would you be doing? What would you love to do that you haven't been? And you imagine yourself doing that kind of stuff, frolicking in the fucking meadow, right? It's just fun. So when you make it about an actual desire, an actual hunger, you know what I hunger to do? Ooh, pizza.
Frolic in the meadow.
Frolic in the meadow with some pizza in Victoria, right? Yes. Boom, got it. Versus, see, if I went like, Victoria, I'm not in the mood to wear one of my coveted black shirts, my trademark black shirts that I wear during the shows.
Yes.
With a light scarf. I'm not in the mood to do that.
Right.
I tell her, Victoria, I am not in the mood. I am not going to wear a black shirt.
All right.
And suddenly she gets to discover, like, is he going to be naked? Like purple.
Pink, purple.
What's it going to be? But you know what? Today I decided I'm going to be hot stuff. Yes. So here we are, hot stuff. Right? Google it. Raymond Reddington, hot stuff. Right? Do it after the show. Right? It's my favorite. I mean, absolutely. And somebody actually put it together that includes the end of the scene now, which is nice because the old version's just cut off. But it gives you that extra couple seconds where you can just see Raymond losing it. It's lovely. Cool. So, hey, buddy, how you doing? You jealous? Jelos?
Yeah, he will be.
All right. So, shall we continue, Victoria?
Okay, so that was it for Rob, was it?
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
Stay tuned, Rob. There'll be more.
Thank you,
we'll
Rob,
weave some in.
for your question.
That's right. Yeah, but always get this stuff is not about an anti-anything. I'm imagining a loogie-free world. What do you want? A goddamn nuclear bomb to go off? Right? There'll be it'll be a whole new, this whole new normal thing that everyone's going, I don't like the new normal. It's all loogies.
Okay.
Right? No, right? I want a loogie-free world, right?
Loogie-free world.
Right, what's that mean? I mean, do you want everyone to be dead? Right? Do you want a nuclear bomb to go off? How about a solar flare that comes out and just goes, right? Or a comet, right? You remember the asteroid that hit? Boom! Yeah, it was the worst.
In the Bill Bryson book.
It was the worst 10 seconds of humanity, right? The comet hit, and then we all had to make a decision. Yeah. Right? You can't have a loogie-free world. What can you have? What do you want to give life to? What do you want to have different in your day? I got me a dog. So, continue, Victoria.
Okay.
All right.
So, the next question is from Herb in Manifesting Mastery. Alpha brainwaves. Hello, TT. Hope you're doing well.
I am amazing.
I have 3 questions.
Isn't your dad amazing?
One, I would like to know if in your teachings of the Neville Goddard doctrine you pay special attention to the alpha, theta and delta brain frequencies, especially when entering the state close to sleep.
All right, we'll get to that. By the way, Tony Doyle mentioned wargamedance.com in the comments. Yes. Really fucking good, right? So many people, they struggle for a long time with this because they're at war with something. Right? Imagine in a loogie-free world, right? Yeah. Without compulsory vaccinations, right? But I used to be president. Fuck, man. Anyway. Sorry, Victoria.
Yes,
continue.
okay. 2. Is it important to pay attention to this, especially when you walk and sleep in the state of the fulfilled desire? And 3, if so, how often should we be when we do our Feel It Real sessions?
I used to drive the car in like deep alpha theta, right? Talk about fun. I'd be like drilling in a cup going down the road. Yeah, it was a Saturn. It was a lot of fun.
A Saturn.
Yeah, my Saturn. Yeah, we don't have them in Australia. So, but it was like a lot of fun. But here's the thing. I find that you can really make this complex, right? I've talked about the whole thing. It's sort of like the state of continuous sleep is pretty much what you're looking at that borderline between alpha, theta, all that stuff. And I find what happens is like 90% of the people that listen to that get stuck in their heads.
Yeah.
Versus take a piss, right? We've got the pizzle method.
Sizzle.
The sizzle pizzle method. He's made it famous. I mean, Scott goes out and he just pizzles on a tree and manifests what he wants. I mean, he imagines the cops not showing up, so the fire department does.
Yep.
But here's the thing: you naturally are going through the state of continuous sleep so many times a day. Just invest it. Don't worry about the brain waves and all that stuff. I mean, that's just stuff to get in your head versus just like, right? I mean, if you've driven, like I can just imagine. Never mind, right? So take a pizzle. Imagine that time. Invest that time when you're waking up in the morning, when you're falling asleep at night. It's the state of continuous sleep. It's easy, right? And the more you play with it, the more you'll be able to function there. Like driving your Saturn at 70 miles an hour through the Squirrel Hill tunnels.
Excuse me.
Was there more?
That was it for his question.
All right.
He didn't even say thank you. I'm joking. Thank you so much for your question. And TT, thank you.
Oh my God. I love having my fragile ego assuaged.
Assuaged.
Assuaged. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's why I became the concierge of crime.
The concierge of crime?
Exactly.
You're trying to pretend you're Raymond Reddington.
I'm not pretending. Somebody has to be Raymond. Right? Well, let's face it. I mean, you got one of those lives where you wake up and you're in the cheese line, Speedy Girl, all that stuff. How do you make up for it? I mean, you just take over the fucking world. It's all me pushed up.
Again, I see you on camera. It's like, with your glasses, your bow tie, your Raymond Reddington hat.
Yay.
All right. Okay.
So by the way, who remembers that there was a fake Raymond Reddington? Probably about season 3 or so. Who was the guy that played the fake Raymond? Right, we'll get to that later. That's right.
Okay.
Truth.
The American way.
That's right.
That was Alex Jones. Okay, you guys, the next question is from Nancy in Manifesting Mastery.
Good morning, Nancy. Welcome to the show.
How important is feeling when? Can I ask you this question?
Yes.
So is it the feelings that counts, not the events? How important is the feeling when visualizing?
So when I experience, I'm going to not say the word visualize because people like make movies, see their bodies, all sorts of dumb shit.
Yeah.
So, but when Victoria tells me, like after the show, fuck, you were goddamn amazing. I love you. Right? And like she takes off her hat and I smile when I see her naked ears. Right?
Yes.
Action is self-predominant. I mean, she goes through all those things. She says all those words in a row coherently.
All those words in a row.
She takes off her
consonants and vowels.
Both consonants and vowels. She takes off her hat, and I see her naked ears. It's my experience that matters, right?
Yes.
So otherwise, it's like, oh yeah, well, she took over that and naked, and she did a lot of words. She won't shut the fuck up. It just doesn't feel real. Yeah. What would you feel? How would I experience? By the way, I don't experience like whenever she says "good show." I don't go, really? Do you think so? Do you hope so? I mean, I'm glad you told me because I'm so insecure. I go, yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, you got it? Yeah. Your response is, I'm happy she's happy. But I'm not like, surprise! It was actually a good fucking show.
Wow!
So it is how you feel. What's that internal thing? And it's not just happy. It's like, yeah, of course. Bang, we nailed it. I'm proud of us. Happy for us, right? Yeah, now you get to edit it. Yay!
Yeah.
Cool. So that's what I got. Again, that feeling, that's always the action of self-predominant, right? feeling what I would feel if I beat my dog.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Nancy, for your question.
Hey, Iggy, how are you? Triple D a D.
Yeah,
all these people are here. All these people are Triple D people. And Triple D Grant Monk.
Nice suit, 2020.
Thank you.
Matches Bruce.
Well, it will.
It certainly will. There's going to be Bruce all over him.
That's right. Victoria says things like, we'll have to get it dry cleaned. And you take it to get the dry cleaned, and it's like $50. I just say, I'm going to buy another dead guy suit. So you go to the Goodwill. You say, yeah, this dead guy suit fits me pretty good. Put it on. It's $10.
I'll donate this one.
Yeah, exactly. I'll give you the old one. You guys can clean it.
Can I get 10% discount?
You do. I mean, like, you give your shit to the Goodwill, you get a tax write-off, get a discount.
Yeah.
Right? Smart people. Concierge of crime.
Get a tax discount here. All right.
I do in the States. That's the cool thing, because if you buy your blue jeans at Goodwill in the States for like $5, and you give them back to Goodwill, you get like a $20 tax write-off. Now, of course, you were supposed to buy them brand new for $50, but who's keeping track?
Wow.
Right?
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got the crook books. Crook books taught me all that stuff.
Crook books.
Yeah, crook books. Q-U-I-C-K
I know,
books. Crook books. Yeah, crook books.
Okay.
All right.
All right. The next question's from Carol in Manifesting Mastery.
By the way, I am not a tax accountant. I don't even play one on TV. I do play Raymond Reddington, who's actually Katerina, but that's another story. So just to be clear, I'm not giving tax or legal advice.
Illegal. That's right.
Concierge
Dry clean Bruce. Yeah, probably a good idea. But he just he just starts losing so much hair.
He's a kissy boy.
Fur.
All right.
All right. The next question's from Carol in Manifesting Mastery.
Yes.
I am imagining... Oh, start again. I'm imagining him faithful to me.
Imagining.
As I told you, I decided to assume the guy has been honest to me and didn't have any fling with anyone. I thought this would be easier as it was what he is constantly telling me, but the facts and the things I know he lied about keep coming to my mind in flashes, and it seems I can't completely believe him because I know it's not true. So my question is, I know he talks to his flings through Facebook Messenger because he doesn't give away his number. I've been avoiding looking at Messenger because I don't want to see him online. I give meaning. Yep. But today, got a message at 1700 hours, I'm assuming that is, 5 p.m. And when I opened, saw him online for a few moments, so I started giving meaning to it. Where is this coming from? Sometimes I have the feeling that if I stay in my state, as in assume he is honest, loyal and faithful, and try to go on as if nothing had happened, the only thing that I'm doing is lying to myself, trying to live in a lie, a better lie than what's actually happening. Does this mean I don't have faith completely in Neville?
It means you don't have faith completely in you. Now, here's the thing. If you make it completely about you, let's say you want to be a happy, loving husband, happy, loving wife, right? Move into that state. He'll either stick around or he won't. Don't fucking matter, because you'll be happy, loving, loved wife, right? Boom, done. Now, what's happening is, so you're looking at evidence based upon what has happened, what may have happened, what he said didn't happen, what you know could have happened, and you're avoiding Facebook. Okay, ready? You're bigger than Facebook.
Yeah.
Right? You're bigger than Messenger. Right? Put glasses back on. Looking cool. Yeah, you get to discover you gave life to whatever the fuck you got. And the only way you discover that is by really going, right, you know what? The state, you have to, let it all be about you. As soon as you do that, he'll either leave, he'll either go, the past will matter or the past won't. And that's the thing. As long as you're driven by, the flashes, the memory from the past, you feel smaller than those. You came here to discover who you are, how this works, to know imagination, to really know how big you are. And so here's the thing, ready? Right now, everybody listening, everybody watching can get that you are bigger than all your memories because you have them all. You're bigger than all your desires because guess what? You have them all. Right? Victoria tries to give me her desires. All right, hey, you know what you desire? What do I desire, Victoria? You desire 3 bells of Lucerne.
Excuse me.
No, I fucking don't. Right? I mean, if you want them, you can get them. Right? I have nothing against you getting them. Right? But yeah, I've got a desire, right? It's for you to be happy. I've got a desire for the show. But the thing is, it's like yeah, my desires, I am bigger than all of them. And what isn't my desire, I could give a shit about. I do have a desire for her to be happy. Yay. Are you happy with 3 bills of Lucerne?
Yeah, chuff.
Yeah, chuff, right? Yes. Chuff. She's chuffed about chuff. Right?
I am.
So you get it? That's what's cool. So you get to know, right? You're still making it about him, still looking for proof, still trying to avoid seeing evidence of the senses. Just, it's hell. But when you make it about you and you go, hey, look, well, he's on the thing. He's chatting with someone. Don't give a shit. And then you find out, hey, he's cheating on me and left me. He's moving far away with some fat chick that's really ugly. Cool. Because that just makes room for the good. Right? Because if you're imagining happy, loved wife, happy, loving wife, and he leaves, cool. Right? If he comes back, cool. Whatever. You'll know. Because you're there. So, sort of like noticing, like right now there's, like, is Sizzle still fucking here?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because the show can't be right if he's not here. Like, if he's not here, I'm not happy. So I see evidence that he's here. I can be happy now. All right, Tommy's here too.
Nancy, the only thing... Carol, the only thing I want to add as well was... you've mentioned in here...
He's driving me to drink.
Sometimes I have the feeling that if I stay in my state... assume he is honest, loyal and faithful. It's like you've made it all about him. And that's not a state, assuming he's loyal and all of that and loving to me. So, but like 20, just nail that state of happy, loving life. Like that, how can you won't be anything but. Like,
yeah, totally.
And that's what you want. So it's like, yeah.
It just brings it home.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, no delayed gratification, none of that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent.
All right. That was good and it was fun.
It was.
Triple D Tommy.
Thank you, Carol.
Ooh-ha.
The next question's from Felix in Manifesting Mastery.
Felix.
Why do formal feel it real sessions?
Formal Felix.
You often say that you do regular daily sessions besides all the buns you put into the oven during the day. For which desires do you use those formal daily sessions? What is the difference to the other ways? Or in other words, what are the formal sessions good for?
Cool. So there's my little protocol. I wake up in the morning every day. I imagine specific events of my day having gone my way. I'm a stickler for this because some people go, yep, I just imagine I had a great fucking day. Great fucking day. So before I get to bed, I imagine I had a great fucking day. And I say, oh yeah. Meanwhile, what they do is they worry about things, like the postie. I had a great fucking day, but here comes the postie. I'm having a great fucking day. The phone's ringing. Having a great set. Will she shut up? Right? I'm having a great... Versus like, right, you know what I imagine? I imagine up a couple things. I imagine up we had a great conversation.
Wow.
And then we tick it off, right?
That's it for the day.
That's it. We had our conversation, right?
Well, our fun one anyway.
Or the fun one, right? But I imagine specific events of my day having gone my way. That's my morning, right before I get out of bed. Like this morning, I say, Victoria, what? You're going to drop your kids off at the pool, or you're going to do that before I do, or what? Right? Because if she's going to go drop the kids off at the pool, I'm going to stay in bed and do some more imagining, right? And I'm going to imagine stuff like the podcast, the show, your emails, all that good shit. Great day at the dog park. I'll nail those things, right? Boom. Specific events of my day haven't gone my way. Second thing, again, what do I use the specific sessions for? Let's go meta a little tiny bit. I do it to play with the tools deliberately. It's just like practicing your basics. Cody must be out.
Yeah, I think that's
so I do it to play with the tools very deliberately.
Let me go and get Bruce in.
All right. Which is important to me because the more you play with your basics, the more your basics become easy. Right? I must have thrown 3 billion front snap kicks. In the first, I know I threw over 1 million kicks in my first 10 years of being a martial artist. It made me a great kicker. But like I see Diamond Davis here, whenever you do your basics, and he does this with piano, the more you practice your basics, the easier it gets all the time, right? And so The informal sessions, let me know those real quick. They're just spontaneous, right? I'm at the dog park. I'm seeing a poodly thing walking toward Bruce. I can go, oh, fuck, man. Fuck, poodly thing, Bruce. Poodly thing, Bruce, bad, right? Or I can just like, all right, instantly just imagine, oh, good boy. Right? I can just nail that because I'm so good at the basics from doing my formal sessions every day. Plus, the third thing, I noticed this. Why do I say do a formal session at night as you're falling asleep as well? This ain't work. If it's work, you're in the pursuit of happiness. If it's play, you're experiencing joy now. As I'm falling asleep at night, I can do one out of two things, and you'll do it too. You'll either imagine by default whatever the fuck is on your mind, whatever you got from the TV show, whatever you got from the news, whatever your mother-in-law, somebody's mother-in-law said to somebody else's mother-in-law. Yeah, you'll just lay there and have that shit like perk. Or you can like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I had a great day at the dog park. Let's imagine 10 poodly things, and he did great. Right? Instead of just one poodly, we'll put 10 through the mix. Cool. Just for fun. So, that's what I got. Felix.
Yeah, that was from Felix. Whoa. Thank you for your question, Felix. Excuse me. Whoa. Awesome. Important there. Put that in there.
Unbelievable.
All right.
See, now I'll revise that tonight. Right? Because it's a great fucking joke of that 1 minute.
Except for what she did.
Right? Except for what she did. So I'm going to imagine her different.
Okay.
And she better fucking comply this time.
Okay. Right.
You know what I imagine in a woman? See, if you're going to manifest love, you got to make a list of qualities that you like about the woman that you love. And my number one, besides smelling pretty, is compliant.
Compliant.
I like a pretty smelling compliant woman.
Okay.
See, that's
She's
my
not
middle. I'm going to manifest
I use
it.
my clicker.
See, you all wonder where the clicker comes in.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So you comply? I mean, continue.
The next question is from Riri in Manifesting Mastery.
Good morning, Riri.
Unhappy middles. Do we still have to go through unhappy or unwanted middles while manifesting the desire when even I'm not thinking of them or I don't prefer them, especially when it involves other people like family?
Sounds like you're imagining of those.
Yeah.
By the way, Neville said this was never going to be all a rose garden. Right? He said, that the word that I use in Triple D all the time is speed bumps. You're going to have speed bumps.
Yeah.
Right? No matter what, in life, you're going to have speed bumps. Dogs go, woman goes, woman comes back, woman is compliant now. Right? Right? Okay. There's always going to be speed bumps. Now, that doesn't mean you go, fuck, man, I hope the speed bumps aren't bad, because you're imagining bad speed bumps already, right? So whenever you imagine moving and grooving, right, you'll notice you'll do a lot more moving, a lot more grooving, and when a speed bump shows up, it's not going to be like, fuck, it's all over. That's the other thing that I notice. People that are all rosy, high in the sky kind of dumb shit, it's like as soon as any speed bump comes along, oh, this stuff won't work. What I do wrong? Versus like, right, I know at some point there'll be a delivery guy that comes, or the dogs will go nuts next door, or something, right? I don't care, right? The show will be great. The show will go on. So did I nail that? On unwanted middles. But also, don't imagine that they're going to be unwanted, right? It's sort of like going right. Like, so statistically speaking, if we're going to take a $15,000 road or 15,000 mile road trip, and the average person has an accident every 14,050 miles, stop that. Just stop it.
Yeah.
And three, you mentioned other people, lift them up. They're just falling into states, right? Or you're putting them there. Like I put Jamaica there. Right there. I put him. There he is. Jamaica. Right? So like when everyone's an asshole around you, right? Lift them up.
When everyone's an asshole around you.
Right.
Everyone but you.
That's
lift
right.
them up then.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
All right. Boom, Jamaica.
All right. Thank you, Riri.
Sometimes I can't see the small print, by the way, because I got the Reddington glasses on and the clicker. Look at the clicker. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Sizzle, you should order. You can get 100 of these for $299. Like,
yeah, then you could sell them.
You could sell them, right? Like this one was like over $20 because I just ordered one. But
we're actually thinking of getting the whole 100 and keeping them here for like
imagine that.
Gifts.
You come visit, you get a clicker.
Yeah. The next question's from Dream Driven Day Scott.
Yo, Sizzle.
Greater than John manifesting.
Pretty clever title.
20. I've such a huge heart and soft heart for others.
You do.
Oh,
that's obvious.
Yeah. When they are experiencing the state of John and others, yesterday I realised and experienced to stop diving into them, which is relieving. Would you share a different way I can use this? I'm playing too. Click.
All right. So,
yes.
In Triple D, in a couple days, we've got a call coming up where we're going to explore one greater than John.
Yes.
And the state of John the Baptist is the state of doing violence to your desires, right? Yeah. And oh my God, there are so many ways to do that. Like, seriously, there are countless ways. And every time we explore these in a group, it's fascinating to me what shows up. But here's what I notice. I feel bad for them. As soon as you enter into that, I feel bad that they're doing violence to the desires. Oh, this doesn't work for me. I can't celebrate with you. This is just like, for me, life's always a struggle. Yeah, because you're doing violence to you. You're doing violence to your desires. And when you get to the point where you actually have a hunger and you notice that you're doing violence to it, like, well, I really want to be a millionaire, but I know I have to sacrifice family. Right? We all know people that do this, right? Go read some of the rich guy magazines, right? Yeah, I spent years away from my family, right? Like, it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. You don't have to. But this whole thing of like Yasmin Maxwell, right? See, it's like the whole thing of like, you can be pretty and still have hairy legs, right? Victoria? Actually, mine are pretty hairy now, but that's beside the point.
Yours are clean shaven on your face.
Yeah, at least I'm clean shaven on my face today.
Yes.
So only my legs are like Yasmin Maxwell's today. So, but it's like the whole thing of like, you know what? In order to be pretty, I have to sacrifice, right? We're going back to Uma's thing at the beginning, the whole thing of filtering. In order to be perceived as intelligent, I have to make sure I use big words and add extra syllables and say them in ways that are unusual. People like me say things like that. But it's like, oh my God, you can just... Instead of having I don't even like the words compassion and empathy because everyone has their different ways of spinning it. Don't ever feel bad for anyone. If they're in the state of John, they're this fucking close, right? The people that go like, they're a little further. But if they're in the state of John, right, and they're trying to get closer and they're frustrated, they're close. Celebrate that they're close, and then help them get the whole thing of like, you know what you're frustrated with your guy. That's the state of John the Baptist. Because I'll be happy once he changes. That's doing violence to your desire of being a happy, loved wife. You got it? It's this simple and this fast. So you get to go, right, I get to stop making about them or this visible result. I can let it be about me and this quote-unquote invisible change that everyone sees. That's right. I'm Raymond Reddington. All right. Anybody remember that episode? Anyway.
Excuse me. What was the episode?
Oh, we'll talk about it.
I'm Raymond Reddington.
Yes, there was a fake Reddington.
You were asking them before.
That's right.
Yeah.
Remember who played him? Who played Freddington?
Freddington.
Yes. Alex Jones.
Did he?
Yeah, the guy that plays the Alex Jones character on Homeland played fake Reddington.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I remember when that episode popped up, and it's like, and it's like, oh, fuck. I got him that fast. It's like, I know that guy. Freddington. All right.
Freddington.
All righty.
So who's that? Laurie loves Raymond Reddington too.
So does Dave. That's right.
Freddington, says Tony Doyle.
Right, yeah. Type it in, guys.
Okay, cool. Right. So that was from Scott.
That's right.
Thank you for your question,
cool.
Scott.
And by the way, help them celebrate. Because the whole thing of like, it's like, cool. Help them notice how they're creating that seeming separation, and help them to to celebrate. Fuck. Boom. All right.
The next question's from Dream Driven Day. Tommy?
Yo.
How to really surrender to your wish fulfilled.
All right.
How to surrender properly to the state.
That's right.
Interesting word in there.
Proper.
What does that feel like while doing a session? Sometimes I feel like I haven't surrendered to certain things and notice the war in the head. It's like I'm blocking myself from surrendering to certain desires. Oh, this is, yeah. Any tips, tricks, backflips, or methods you got up your sleeve, TT and V?
Yeah, we're going to play with words. So is it certain desires or specific ones? See, because I find certain, right? So you're like, I'm certain this is a clicker, right? Specifically, this is a bow tie. You get it? Specifically, this is a clicker. Right? Now, where the fuck could he go with all this?
I don't know,
shit,
because
right?
you just said the same word for the same thing, so I don't...
No, I'm certain this is a clicker.
Yeah, but you just said that
specifically, that's a
it's...
clicker. Specifically, this is a bow tie. Well, specifically, it's also fabric. Specifically, it's actually a lot of molecules.
Oh, so...
molecules are actually
I am
space.
certain means it's true for me.
Right.
Whereas specifically...
Specifically, this
like
could be
I'm
a piece of
told
environmental
that's
garbage that somebody
a clicker.
made that'll end up in a landfill.
Right.
Right? When you feel certain about something, you know, right? If there's a specific desire you're having problems with, I'd notice where's the specific at, because we could play with things like specifically this is a bow tie, specifically it was something I got for a fun little thing with Victoria once, specifically it's just a waste of fucking money, specifically, I mean, it's just going to have a landfill, specifically if I didn't buy this, maybe the whole world would be different, you know, that whole goldfish or butterfly effect thing, where like specifically if I didn't buy this, maybe I'd still be allowed to have a plastic bag in Victoria. Right? See, you get to notice specifics tend to get you up in your head. Certainty comes from somewhere else. Anywhere in life you can play with certainty. Right? That's fun. So notice, can you move where the specific is? Specifically, I want him to stop flirting with chicks online so that whenever I see he's online, I don't get upset, specifically at 5 in the afternoon. When I notice details, like when I get real long emails, and that one wasn't real long, but I'll get emails that are so full of specifics, right? And I'll just notice, what are they certain about? I'm certain about some. I'm really uncertain about a lot. You just get to just notice, right? Like, what can I do to let it become about me? As soon as you do that, certainty becomes very easy. Okay, specifically, hey, Tony Doyle's here. Specifically, Jerry's here. Specifically, Q is here. Specifically, Mark is here. That can keep you distracted forever, but I'm certain it's a good fucking show. Boom. And that's probably why you're here. I don't imagine you all here. I could give a shit. Right? You come now, come later, drop me an email. I love you. No matter what, I love you. I love that you're here, but I'm certain it's going to be a good show and cool kids are going to show up. Specifically, it gets a little weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I want your specific $10. Right? I don't even just want to make $10 off of her. I want specifically the third $10 bill that's
in her
wallet. Right? Right. That's where I'd play. So I think I put about,
that's good.
Yeah, half a dozen little patterns in there. So, hoo-ha. All right.
Cool.
I'm certain you got it. Specifically, all the 7 that I mentioned.
Boom, says Tommy. Excellent.
All right.
Yeah, watch that a couple of times because there
Take some notes.
was a few things in there.
Yes, a few things.
Sweet.
Oh.
Thank you, Tommy, for your question.
It's your fucking fault. TFF, Tommy's fucking fault.
Yes, that's right. Well, I almost named today's show It's Justin's Fault today. If we'd been late.
Oh, really?
But he was the
guy. So Victoria makes the classic mistake. So in Triple D, one of the things that we mention is noticing how fast does somebody talk.
Yes.
Talk to them at the same rate.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Justin.
Yeah. And it's like
I'm
10
at the
to
pet
the
store.
hour. I still haven't got change for the
How
show.
can I help you?
Yeah.
She's speaking at that rate.
And I'm like, hi, Justin. Great. Yep. 3 bags. Deliver me 3 bags of loose and chaff. That'll be great. Thank you.
Have you worked with us before?
Yeah. It's like,
With calling us on the phone?
yeah. Victoria. Oh, God. I ended up, it's just amazing. I'm putting the phone on the bed and getting changed and trying to do everything while they're on loudspeaker. Anyway. So I was going to name the show, It Was Justin's Fault.
It's Justin's fault. See, I'd name it Just In Case.
Oh, just in
Call
case.
after the show. Boom.
Yeah.
Get it, Just In Case. I got a story about Just In Case, but we're not going to go there today.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Excellent. The next question's from Manifesting Mastery Gail.
Yo.
I'd like to know the differences, if any, between short-term and long-term imagining. For example, if I'm imagining for a friend at a job or myself, does it make a difference if I imagine them saying that they love their job and are happy, or going a year out and clinking glasses to celebrate their 5-year award? Or can you do both and just have fun with it? Make sense?
Oh my God. So there's a couple ways to play. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun here, a little off the rails. So one of the frameworks that we'll be exploring in the club is to do with past, present, future. And so for some people, right, imagining having a job would have them remembering when they didn't. By like if I had a great job, I'd be like, I could imagine like being at work, remembering whenever I wanted to have a job, like just whenever I was looking for a job. Just it's a little like, don't worry about it. Some people get that, some don't. Other people, it's like, you know what? You imagine, right, having head come home from work, right, drink a coffee or whiskey. It's in the afternoon, right? You get home from work and you pour your half a liter of whiskey and you chug it real quick because you're home from the great job, right? That works because it implies I had a great day at work. Boom, I can afford the whiskey, right? Other people, it's like, you go out, imagine drinking the whiskey at a party, right? It's your 5-year anniversary. Right, you can sort of play it out. Let me back up. I'm going to use whiskey for all 3 examples, right? so just for fun, right? So let's imagine that. Okay, so yeah, I'll just go. You got a job. So you imagine you got a job that you love. You're at work, and it's 10:30 in the morning, and you realize normally this is whiskey hour, right?
10:30 in the morning.
But it's you know what? You love your job so fucking much that you can just go back. Man, goddamn, I remember. And it ain't the words. It's like you just remember. God, I remember when I'd wake up, roll out of bed, and pour myself a glass of whiskey. Getting up at the crack at 10:30. And that implies you got a job, right? Yeah. Or you could imagine, you know what? It's the end of the work day. You get home, you pour yourself half a liter of whiskey, and you do
half a liter.
Boom, right? Right. Great day at work. She'll be home in 4 hours. I'm like, remember that good conversation I imagined up this morning in bed? We're gonna have it.
Right? Haven't had it yet.
That's right. We're gonna tell her all about her being faithful. Right? Then, right?
Yes.
So we can go one more. Again, 5 years in the future, the whole whiskey thing. So how would I drink whiskey in 5 years in the future? If I had a great job that I've had for 5 years, I'd be the good fucking whiskey, right? Everybody gets one round. The good whiskey, the Jack Daniels.
On me.
Right? Yeah, the Jack Daniels.
Oh, yuck.
Right? So, yep. So either way. And here's the fun thing. You get to notice which works easier, best, fun for you. And you can play with them all. I really suggest play with them all. Because when somebody tells me revision by seeing what would imply my wish has been fulfilled in a revision kind of way, that's my favorite technique. That's the only technique I ever use. Right? Versus play with all the 3 major tools. Play with all the gates. Play with all the apostles, disciples, whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
The more variety you have, the better. Ooh, or the different. You crave different, so play with them all, right? I mean, I just don't want you to be just having one. You're not a one-trick pony. You came here to explore and experience it all. Maker's Mark, there's Maker's Mark makes a nice cigar as well. Like it's infused with a little bit of Maker's Mark. I think it's a Gurkha. I think it's a Gurkha smoke that they put with a little bit of Maker's Mark. Quite good. Like, seriously. Wouldn't mind having a couple. Can't get them on Australia. You can send them to me, and I'd love that. But label it underwear. Right? Come in a glass tube, so that you have to be packed well. Anyway, so, Victoria.
Yes.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
One thing that stood out, which I'm sure, Gail, there was no intention there, but as soon as you used the phrases short-term and long-term, in my head it means it's going to take a long time. Do you know what I mean?
Some people do have that argument, yeah.
But I'm sure you didn't mean that, but I'm just saying how, whereas playing past, present, future, like that is just so Neville as well, like mucking up timelines and stuff. I love it, and remembering when, all of that.
What did we call that one show we did last week or so, where we did the reverse timeline thing?
Yeah.
Did we call it the reverse timeline thing? I don't know. There's one on the feelitrealfun.com place where we did some reverse timeline stuff. It's really fun. It's kind of cool. Mm. Yeah, I found it interesting. It's all right.
It was all right. Thank you for your question, Gail.
Cool. Thanks, Gil. I appreciate that. So many ways to play.
Yeah. And the last question today is from Dream Driven Day Jake.
I can't see most of the comments because I've got the Reddington glasses on. But I see Lori mentions I need underwear. So
she says, I want to play. I guess I need underwear.
You always remember, if you'd all type down right now, underwear is fun to wear. They told me that as a kid. I called them liars. Yeah, they also said Jesus was going to come to be rivers of blood and stuff. It's like, I'm supposed to get excited about this? Underwear is fun to wear and Armageddon? Right? Are you serious? I'm supposed to get excited about this? Anyway, I do most of my calls from the hot tub now.
Whoops-a-daisy.
That's right.
Yes, you do.
I do. By the way, if you get a chance, check out on my personal timeline. I just put up the one I did yesterday with the lovely fella.
Oh, Nizam.
Yes.
I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, go check it out.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was a great chat.
Yeah.
Underwear is fun to wear,
it's just,
says Dave. Underwear is fun to wear. All right.
Cool. So, we'll go back to Dream Driven Day, Jake, is the last one today. Right. Imagining consequences.
Consequence.
That's right. I became aware of a crazy pattern I run, which is imagining consequences, warring against that and trying to drop it, then imagining there will be consequences if I don't imagine potential consequences, or that there will be consequences for having had imagined those consequences in the first place.
Oh, dear. Sounds like a polka.
Like a polka?
Yeah.
Dance?
Yeah.
How?
All over the fucking place. It can be fun. I mean, it was fun until Mrs. Kaufman just told us not to have fun doing it. No, it's square dancing.
Can you talk more about not imagining consequences and some ideas around what I can play with instead of this pattern if I notice it?
Cool. You know, I find the whole consequence thing just fascinating. Sort of like Congress in the States, right? You guys got Congress?
Congressman.
Which is the absolute antithesis of progress, right? You think about it? Congress, progress.
Right?
I love government, right? Like, I need fucking governed. Right? I explain to Cube every day, because Cube's really into politics and government. And I say, you know why I don't fucking kill people?
Why?
Yeah, I wait till he asks. And of course, when I just sit there and stare at him, like, it's just like, go on, 20, right? The reason I don't kill people is because that's not in me. Right? On the other hand, we talk about Congress that passes laws, and then we have to have government to govern things. It's just like, oh my God, it just gets into some weird-ass external things, doesn't it? Right? Versus like, right, here's the thing, right? If you want to kill consequence, we've got a video out there. If you go to feelitrealfun.com and type in the word
the one we did
flip.
last week.
Flip. And you'll find the flip and the last breath method. And the last breath method, I made that up too, right? And it's a real simple one. It's like my last breath on earth. It's like, fuck. Right?
Yeah, I remember that
one. Oh, yeah. You get it? I just nailed that. What's that fucking imply? Right? Fuck. Ooh. That was good.
Wow.
Wow. Right, my last breath, right? When the comet's coming through the sky, and I'm going, oh my God, it's a loogie-free world. Wow. Fuck. Or wow, fuck. Right?
Wow, fuck.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's the last breath method. You can play with that just for fun. But this whole thing of really getting the whole thing of like, I don't have the time to imagine a consequence of not putting out the podcast. Because I've nailed the podcast was great, your feedbacks, all that good stuff. So it just sort of almost always comes down to me to just noticing, nail that long term end, like Gail mentioned, right? Last breath, wow, fuck. Like, seriously, you guys know what I'm going to look like when I'm dead. Right?
Yes.
God, so I was third week on the job, Salzburg, Pennsylvania, right? Right? Yeah, the radio sucked. But somehow I was able to hear through it all. I used the force, and I showed up. There's this old guy who died in the boarding house, right? Oh. Sat down on his bed and died. All right, the thing is, he didn't tip over. Right? So he went into rigor. Like this, right? And so, things were beginning to stink after a couple days and a couple hours, I don't remember. But anyway, they called the ambulance people because they hadn't seen Bernie out for a while, and they knocked on the door, they opened it up, and there's Bernie. Right? Dead as a fucking doornail. And so I get there, and of course, I'm a fucking rookie, man. So I get there, and I'm like, right, looking good, guys.
Looking good.
All right. Oh, that's his knife, Jimmy. Leave Jimmy right there. Jimmy will be fine. Right. So we end up. Yeah, the Undertaker comes. The Undertaker takes him. But apparently there's some law, policy, or sanction or something that a Congress or a government says that I have to be there whenever they strip him down because they want to make sure that the Undertaker doesn't take any of the dead guy's stuff. All right, you tell me that's the law. Some Congress, government, whatever. So I got to stand there and watch this guy. And so, and funny enough, the guy was in a suit, right? The little guy, Barney, sitting on his thing. Yeah, he's on his suit, and I didn't have a bow tie. I don't remember. So Undertaker starts stripping him down, takes off his jacket. He's doing the inventory, one wallet, one ring, one necklace, all that dumb shit. And he pulls his pants down. He goes, whoa, look at his pecker, right? And it was long and strong, right? You're a rigger. But anyway, so whenever I mention all that, right, for you, Jake, this is for you, right? This is for you. Yeah, I can't possibly imagine that kind of consequence of going to work at Salzburg, Pennsylvania as a part-time cop, right? I mean, it's like what's going to happen today? What I can't imagine is getting home. I imagine getting home at the end of the day, you're hanging out with whatever girl I'm banging at the time, right? True story, right? So I get home, bang girl, how'd work go? Hooba, hubba, hubba. It was great. Except, I mean, how'd work go? Man, his dick was 4 times the length of mine. God damn, Bernie, never would have guessed it, right? Bernie and his knife, Jimmy. So at the end of the day, right, you can't possibly imagine the dumb shit that you're going to experience in life. So enjoy it. Let it be fun. Let it be something that contributes to. That's a teaching story from 20, 50, 30 fucking years ago, right? Dead guy, 30 years ago. Imagine that. So, and it gives to you today. So the whole consequence thing, just to let any kind of consequence show up, be some sort of stupid, humorous story.
Grant just said, is that why they call a corpse a stiff?
Stiffy, whoa. There's actually 2 cycles to rigor. There's the first rigor, and then it drops off, and then there's this. Then there's second rigor, where it sticks around for a while. But I don't remember the timelines anymore. I mean, that was decades ago.
So it ends up totally, the rigor leaves the body, doesn't it, in the end?
I don't remember, because it's like you have rigor, then rigor goes away, then rigor comes back. I mean, eventually it just all falls apart.
Well, true.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, worm food. Anyway.
Sweet.
I'm not allowed to have a plastic bag in Victoria, but they embalm bodies. You tell me, does that make sense, right? So we're going to embalm a body, so it takes decades for it to fall apart. But I can't have a plastic bag, because, some critter will get stuck in it. You know what I mean? Like, just my personal little rant. So, Victoria?
Yes.
I'm going to take the glasses off
So
because I really want to see.
That was for you, Jake.
That was Dream Jim and Jake. All that, right?
You enjoyed it?
So you don't need governed. This whole thing of
Yes.
consequence. Let's get into prosequence. All right?
Yeah.
Prosequence. Why is it that everyone knows it's not a real word, but it really needs to be? Prosequence. So I imagine what it implies. And the cop shift went my way, went home, banging girl, right? So imagine nothing about the shift. Just imagine about banging the girl. Banging.
Dave's got there. Preach it, 20.
Preach it, 20. All right.
All right. So that was today's show.
Sorry.
Hope you all enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's the bow tie. It's a little tight. So
just turn it around the other way, because then you'll become the preacher. Or is it not on a...
No, it's got to be white. Yeah, little white thing, little white thing, little black thing, little white thing. Anyway.
It could be a black thing, but is that a clip or is that...
Oh, it's a clip-on.
Oh, there you go. It'll work.
If you go... Sake, we didn't have them in Catholic school.
But then you'll be looking like a preacher, is what I'm saying.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the colors are exactly backwards.
Yeah, well, you're a bit backwards.
That's true. All right. So,
okay,
everyone.
you guys. So that was today's show. Tell us, what was your strawberry bit?
What was your strawberry bit, Victoria?
I don't know. There were a lot today.
Lori says, and to think I shared this. Everyone knows the truth about you. Thanks, Lori.
Yeah, now they know how much.
Yeah, and we wonder why. Why don't people share the show like they used to?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I can't think of what my one strawberry bit was. So you go for it. What have you got?
I've not thought about Bernie and his pecker in decades.
Bernie and his pecker.
Yes. I swear to God, man, the Undertaker pulls the pants down and you go, whoa!
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Cool.
You can't, and there's the whole thing. Consequence, worry, you can't figure it out. Might as well just have a good time.
Yeah.
And here comes the asteroid.
Yeah.
Asteroid. All right. So.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Very
Look at that. We got some
sweet.
Specific versus certainty.
That's a goodie.
Coolio. Yeah. Absolutely.
An hour show, yeah. On
Fridays,
our Fridays, they are, Dave. Because it's always your questions answered live.
Benny and the Jets. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. I remember Benny and the Jets.
Benny and the Jets. Wow.
Cool. Excellent. The stiff, long and strong.
Yeah, you can tell that's Yasmin Maxwell.
Of course.
That's right. Purple or black. Lori, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
But yeah, we don't know. So that's fine. So, certainty of a naked...
Year with a strong Justin. What time is the watch party? The watch party will be about our 6:30. So it'll be about our 11 now. So it'll be 7.5 hours from now. 7 hours from now.
It's
about 7 hours from now.
Yeah, about 7 hours from now, something like that. It'd be great if you tuned in. I know Scott often does because he doesn't hear any of us.
Yeah, exactly. Mornings. Scott's busy having his own side show.
His own little show. So
it's the Sizzle Show.
Okay.
Tony
Excellent.
Doyle, you have a great weekend too.
Yeah, everyone have a great weekend and great. Oh, sorry. So as far as our crass commercials, go to freeneville.com.
That's right.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
How is it? I mean, do we sink into the couch during the show? Because I know that.
I know. I think we do. I think it's just slowly, it's swallowing us up.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. Half a donut. Right.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That is the rightness. Everyone said it shall prevail, but not Victoria. Oh. No. She said it already has. Look at that. Look at my bow tie. Look at that one. And let me get it just right. Oh,
Spiffy.
I am so spiffy.